Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Lisa, and today's video is going to be so random, so grab your bag of popcorn and listen to me ramble. I'm going to be talking about conspiracy theories just because I just find history and society so appealing. It's cool. It's really cool. Okay. So a conspiracy theory is when people think that a certain group is responsible for certain occurrence. So the first one I have here, I'm not really sure if you can consider it a conspiracy theory, but I thought I'd just throw it in here because I recently heard about this one. And it is the hum. It's basically like a low frequency sound. It's low pitch and it sounds like traffic noise. And only 2% of the world can hear it. And it's only in certain places. And so vibrations can be felt, and this is like a sound that you can't block it out of your head. It's already caused 3 suicides in the UK. Causes headaches, nosebleeds, and it's something that's most heard when you're indoors as opposed to outdoors. And I'm really fascinated by it because I actually remember several years ago where for like a week straight I kept hearing this one noise and it just wouldn't go away, so I couldn't sleep at all. And I'm not sure if it was the hum, but experienced the same symptoms, and it's crazy. So there are explanations to it, and the first being that it's a cognitive problem, which obviously, many people would assume like, okay, you're just going crazy or, there's just something playing with your mind. So the buzzing would just be caused by the nervous system. However, the problem with this is that only certain parts of the world can hear it. The second one is that long ocean waves are causing it. So I think it might have to do with like the moon and like the tides, the magnetic attraction, however science works. I'm not a science person. Regardless, it has to do with the waves moving, and maybe that's the noise that people are hearing. Otherwise, it could be a mechanical device, which can likely be the case because again, it sounds like a traffic noise. But the fact that it doesn't sound like something internal, but it sounds like it's external, it's weird. It's really weird. 2. What if moon landings never existed? What if the moon is a hoax? What if the Illuminati or the Freemasons are responsible? What if no one can just make that up? This one is something that I don't quite believe in, but it's cool because everyone has an opinion and I respect that. But it's really odd. Because with this conspiracy theory, Polo moon landings were merely a film propaganda by NASA to just make fun of the Soviet Union during the Cold War. Because the whole deal with like Sputnik and then, countries like fighting to better than each other, like the whole nationalism thing. The reason that people think that this is a hoax is because there just wasn't enough technology at the time to make anything like this possible. So now people are thinking that the purpose of creating a belief that people actually landed on the moon is for the government to make money, because now NASA is gaining a lot of profit. But in reality, it could actually just be going to the government and not the actual space research. 3. This one is my favorite one, I have to admit, because I have always loved literature. I don't know. I really don't want to believe it, but as much as I think about it, it kind of does get to me. So it's that Shakespeare possibly did not write his poems and sonnets. Now you're probably thinking, well, who did? And there are 2 options for this, and several others, but people are leaning toward that either Francis Bacon or Edward de Vere actually wrote his poems, and they were literal authors, like they were very, very smart and educated men. Whereas it seems strange because Shakespeare's family, they're very illiterate. Where did the genes come into play, and how did it so happen that he wrote something so extravagant? He was just a businessman. That's what people say. This idea was actually developed by this American author, Joseph C. Hart. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Okay. Sorry, guys. And the last point to this is that how can somebody of low class have such vast knowledge of politics, the world history, like any royal affairs? Ooh, it drives me crazy because I really want to know. 4. Water fluoridation. As you may know, there is fluoride added to water. It's been happening since 1945. But at that time, it was World War II. The Nazis were actually using fluoride to relax people before sending them off to concentration camps. Well, instead of healthy fluoride, the government is actually proposing that we use something called hydrofluorosilicic acid, which is a toxic industrial waste. Over time can cause detrimental impact. So that's why people say that it can cause cancer. I mean, yeah, most of us are really chill and we're like, oh yeah, like I admit I still drink my water bottles. But it is what it is. Despite that it's great for dental health, people don't like the fact that now this medication is being inflicted upon them without their consent. Oh, and sodium fluoride is also used in pesticides. So thinking about that, it kind of makes me not want to drink water again. Number 5, Walt Disney. So you probably already have heard this story multiple times. He passed in 1966 and he had lung cancer, so his left lung was removed. However, people believe that through cryonics, he preserved his body, froze himself. He's going to live again in a certain number of years. I don't really believe this one because his family stated that he was indeed cremated, but it's strange that people actually think that he's frozen. And if he really is, ooh. Another conspiracy theory about him is that he was part of the Illuminati. The Illuminati supports Satanism and like the worship of stuff. So I'm sorry for those of you who aren't very religious, but there we go. So it's like a cult. And people believe this due to the content that he produced. And as well, if you look at the calligraphy, Walt Disney, you can actually find 3 6s in those little like swirls. Like if you really look closely, I'll try to insert a photo here. He had several hidden messages, or many actually, should we say, in different films. Disney should be very family friendly. But then he has very perverted content. So you can actually go on Google Images and find some of those hints in there. I won't say it on camera. Even Mickey Mouse wears white, black, and red, and those colors apparently highlight the Illuminati. The last one is that SpongeBob can possibly be based on the 7 deadly sins. And I'm like set for a fact that this is true. So the 7 deadly sins, this whole thing is like a biblical allusion to, I believe it's Proverbs in the Bible. I don't know. I haven't read the Bible in like years. Every single character resembles one of the sins that once in the Bible was written to never do. Therefore, Patrick embodies a sloth, Squidward represents wrath. Mr. Krabs is greed. Plankton is envy. Gary is gluttony. Sandy is pride. SpongeBob is lust. And I find that so accurate. But yeah, so these are my 6 facts or theories that people have. And I really hope that you enjoyed it. I know most of these are like well known, or some of these maybe aren't, but I thought it'd be a fun video to film. Oh, and if you guys have any other conspiracy theories that you want to add, please do feel free to comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. Please thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!